You ever retire from 20 years in the army, thinking you've finally escaped all the wars, just to find out the biggest battles waiting for you right in your own driveway? Yeah, that happened to me. When I packed up my old life and bought my so-called dream home out on the edge of the desert, I figured the only thing I'd be fighting was the Arizona sun and maybe a few rattlesnakes, not a clipboard-wielding tyrant who made the Taliban look polite. So let me back up a sec. Picture me, Andrew Mlan, standing there with the last of my calluses from fixing runways in places the State Department pretends don't exist, signing the final deed for a chunk of dusty land outside Tucson, Arizona. No neighbors close enough to hear a sneeze, no HOA in sight. At least that's what 3 different title searches and my own damn lawyer promised me. I wasn't looking for a mansion, just peace, maybe a workshop, definitely no one telling me what color to paint my mailbox. For once in my life, I was going to build something for myself. First day, I roll up in my truck, trailer full of tools, sun already making sweat roll down my neck. And who do I meet before I can even unload? This woman tall, tennis whites so bright they could blind a bat, marching up my dirt road with a clipboard like she's issuing parking tickets for the pearly gates. Doesn't smile, doesn't introduce herself. Instead, she scowls at my toolbox and asks, "Are you the contractor or is this a short-term rental?" "Lady," I say, "I'm the owner. Just moved in." Her face tightens like she smelled something sour. "You're not in our registry." I stare at her. Registry of what? She lets out this sigh, starts explaining how I'm required to register with Green Palms Preserve HOA before moving in. I damn near spit my water. "Not in your HOA. Check the map, check the deed, check whatever you want. This is outside your lines." She looks at my paperwork but doesn't touch it. "I'll need to verify this with the board," she says. "You do that," I answer, "but don't step past the driveway." She stomps away, muttering about entitled outsiders. First morning, 2.5 days in the house, and I've already been marked enemy of the people. I thought that was the end of it. Nope. The next Sunday, I'm unloading shelves in the garage when her champagne Lexus rolls up, right into my driveway, mind you, not the street. She steps out, fresh folder, fresh clipboard, same expression like she's just caught me stealing her Christmas lights. "Mr. Mlan, you're in violation of guidelines, unregistered construction, improper parking. Cease all work and vacate until further notice." I blink at her. "You serious?" "Deadly." "Well, I'm not in your HOA. And unless you're here to apologize, you're trespassing." That gets her. She snaps, "You'll regret this," then spins gravel out of my driveway like she's late to a monster truck rally. I just cross my arms, watch her dust cloud disappear, and think, she didn't get the hint. Fast forward to Friday. My moving day. 3 trucks, a crew of guys, flatbed with solar panels, concrete mix for the shop out back. Organized chaos, just how I like it. Gloves on, coffee cold, shouting over the beep of dollies. Then I hear her again. "Oh no, absolutely not. This is not permitted." There she is, standing dead center in my driveway, and she's brought backup. Some dude in a Green Palms polo with mirrored sunglasses and a clipboard. They're already hassling my movers. I jog over, try to keep it civil. "Ma'am, you're not authorized to be here." She ignores me, starts barking about violations, no permits, no sanitation plan. I hold up a hand. "Not your HOA. Private access drive, private property." She gets closer, pokes her clipboard at my chest. "You're causing a disruption. These vehicles are blocking traffic." "There is no through street." I say, "This is a dead end." She gives me final warning, then whips out her phone and calls 911. Yes, the cops. "Officer, there's a suspicious individual moving into a residence not cleared by the HOA. I believe he's trespassing. There are unknown men on the property." One of my guys asks if they should stop unloading. I shake my head. "Keep going, we're not losing a day's pay to this circus." 15 minutes later, 2 sheriff's deputies pull up, lights flashing, neighborhood gawking out their windows. Deputy Hernandez, a big guy who looks like he'd rather be anywhere else, asks for my ID. I hand him my license, deed, zoning map, title report, all highlighted and ready. "This lot, outside Green Palms, confirmed by the county." He nods, goes to talk to Karen, who's waving her arms like she's directing air traffic. Eventually, Hernandez comes back. "Ma'am, this property is outside your HOA's jurisdiction. There's no crime here. If you keep making emergency calls, that's abuse of services." She sputters. "He's creating chaos." "No, ma'am," Hernandez says. "He's moving in." She glares, says I'll be hearing from the board, peels out again. I turn to my crew. All right, fellas, break's over. But the air feels heavy now, like I'm waiting for a sandstorm that won't come. Next morning, mailbox is bent sideways. Not broken, just off. Boot prints in the dirt. I check my cameras, and there she is, on tape, Karen herself, walking up, poking at the post, snapping photos. Not just nosy, she's building a case. I start a new folder, HOA incidents, print every screenshot, call my lawyer Martha. She laughs, they're acting like a rogue HOA mafia. Document everything. Monday, an SUV with community management logos is parked at my property line, snapping photos. Next day, a fresh fake violation notice gets taped to my door, this time with a bogus lawyer's letterhead, accusing me of environmental contamination and operating an unlicensed construction site. It's pure intimidation cobbled together from Google, but I know the game. Paper push, get someone to fold. I'm not playing. So I send a cease and desist, copy it to their compliance firm, and then I call a journalist. Elise from the Arizona Current, hard-nosed, no love for HOA bullies. I lay out the whole mess, deed, zoning map, footage of Karen yanking my mailbox, every fake violation. Elise's eyes go wide, and she says, "This is predatory annexation. Let's shine a light on the roaches." Her story drops that weekend, front page, photo of me and my crooked mailbox, quotes from Martha, screenshots of Karen's handiwork. Over 12,000 shares by lunch. Suddenly, I'm getting emails from other locals. Trevor Manning, 2 blocks over, same harassment, his wife's mailbox spray-painted Deuce Dodger in white stencil. 3 families in 2 days, all threatened by HOA letters demanding they voluntarily comply. I start collecting these stories, building a pattern. Now it's not just me. Now it's a case. Elise's article lights a fire. Karen's Lexus is circling my block but won't stop. Neighbors wave. Some come by, bring folders of their own. Trevor and Sheila sit at my kitchen table, show me HOA letters threatening legal action for obstructing neighborhood unity. Sheila's voice shakes. She didn't even hide when she tagged our mailbox. I call Martha, she's thrilled. This is racketeering. We're filing suit. Civil suit hits the county court, naming Green Palms, Karen personally. Charges: harassment, attempted fraudulent annexation, trespassing, defamation, the works. Judge grants an emergency injunction. HOA can't contact me, can't set foot on my property, can't send another letter, or they'll be held in contempt. Karen is cut off finally. Her face at the hearing, man, if looks could kill. "This is outrageous," she blurts. Judge cuts her off. "You are not a licensed party to speak. Sit down." But you know how these things go. Karen's out of sight, but someone's still circling. My cameras get smashed while I'm at the hardware store. Deputy shrugs, tells me to keep documenting. I upgrade to better cameras, cloud backup. Elise gets a new batch of emails. Whistleblower at the compliance agency leaks internal memos. Begins soft intimidation early. Most won't challenge. If resistance persists, escalate. Cold as ice. Now the county's involved. Detective Moreno from Special Investigations asks for every scrap of evidence. A day later, warrants go out for the HOA's email servers. Sunland, the compliance firm, is caught falsifying maps, drawing new HOA boundaries over non-member parcels. They're not just bluffing, they're forging. Membership invoices go out to properties that never joined. That's mail fraud, extortion, you name it. Karen tries to dodge court, claims stress, gets denied. In court, prosecutor reads her own email out loud. If we hit them with enough violations, they'll fold. They always do. Karen finally cracks, confesses to it all. Fake letters, fabricated boundaries, sending people to enforce on properties the HOA never owned. Charges: fraud, impersonation, criminal harassment. Karen's taken out of court in cuffs, face blank as the desert sky. The dominoes fall, HOA board dissolves, Sunland issues a public apology, the county audits everything. We win in civil court, $600,000 split between me and 5 others. Karen, 3.5 years in state prison, barred from any future HOA or neighborhood group. Her mugshot is front-page news. The county pulls Green Palms charter. The compliance firm is fined and shamed on local TV. Meanwhile, I finish my workshop. Insulated walls, solar panels purring, custom steel bench. Every bolt I tighten reminds me, this is mine. My land, my home, my peace, finally. Trevor's family throws a barbecue. Neighborhood's never been quieter. No more fake letters, no more spray paint, just good food and better company under desert stars. I'm on a new committee now, helping fight HOA abuse statewide. Sometimes strangers still slow down and look at my fence, maybe remembering the headlines. I put up a simple wooden sign, private land. No HOA. No trespassing. No tyrants. And that, my friends, is how I won my last battle, the one that mattered. But let me ask you, where do you draw the line? What would you do if a private group tried to rewrite the rules on your freedom, your home, your peace? Drop your stories below. Let's talk about justice, boundaries, and standing up when it counts. I'll be here, wrench in hand, camera rolling, fence strong.